his first 7 seasons in the league, it's only the 2nd time his team finished with a winning record. But Towns is looking to make that a regular occurrence from...
And the Timberwolves will go for a different look here. Reed's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Anderson comes in for Karl Anthony Towns. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for McDaniels. And MP is subbed in for Noel. Dunn right side. Oh, and Reed with a block. Now here's Edwards. Defense is right there. Here's Alexander Walker. An 11-point game for him in the win against Oklahoma City.
He gets inside right when he sees the opening. Got to attack when you have that chance.
Gordon Tucker on the wing. Here's Abaji. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Denver. Here's Dunn. The Jazz with another miss.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
To the inside. Here's Anderson. Good. And the assist goes to MP. Now just a 4-point Jazz lead.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Gordon Tucker on the wing. To the paint. Here's Dunn. Sinks it again. That's his 7th made field goal in 11 tries.
All game long, he's been getting to his spots, and the defense has yet to adjust.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Left side, Edwards. And he banks in the layup. Edwards has got 21 points in the game.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
Dunn right side. Pass to Olynyk. Shoots over Anderson. Off target on the 15-footer.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one?
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Kicking off the second half, here's Will Hardy's 5. Lauri Markkanen out there with Kelly Olynyk. Then it's Jordan Clarkson. Then there's Colin Sexton.
There's a reason Mike Conley's teammates love playing with him. If you're open, I promise he'll find you.
Markkanen up top. Back to Sexton. Just 5 on the clock. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. And it's Clarkson missing.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Shot is good by Edwards.
You can really see their confidence growing as this game
Just over a minute played, and it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves. Gay's checked in for Utah. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
They've got MP. He's out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Naz Reid out there with Taurean Prince. And it's Knight in at the power forward. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
That's just great recognition from your big man, right? Markkanen is going to find the open teammate and put it on time and on target. I love this guy's passing skills.
Here's MP. Banked it in off the glass.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And it's Sexton. That time on the assist by Clarkson.
Well, Sexton showing that he's more than just a jump shooter. Very comfortable on the interior against size.
Outstanding dribble drive. And that replay was brought to you by Mobile One.
Yeah, he has that fight in him. Love the aggression at the rim when they are trying to claw back into the game.
Nikhil Alexander Walker. First personal foul.
And how about what Colin Sexton brings to the table, Doris?
Yeah, when you think about this young guy, he still can be an offensive force. Plays the guard position with a big-time chip on his shoulder due to his size. This guy is always up for a challenge.
And last season, new trophies unveiled for the conference finals, honoring Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Bob Cousy, Oscar Robertson. I love bringing up these names again.
I agree, B.A. I mean, these are legends. These were those that laid the foundation for this league to be successful. So the idea of adding a little hardware and putting their names on it, I couldn't think of anything better.
Here's Knight, clock at 6, lays it up and banks it in.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Dunn outside, 11 feet out. The shot, no good.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Here's Alexander Walker, checked by Sexton. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Grant, when you see players make that leap from star to superstar, think about guys like Giannis and Jason Tatum. I mean, what is that step like? You did it.
Well, it's interesting. You know, you come into the league and you have success right away, but at some point, everything just clicks. It could be year 4, year 5, year 6, usually in that window where now you figure things out and now you take that next step and become elite. Now, BA, you know, I'm hoping that things start to click with me in my golf game. It's been about 4 or 5 years there, too.
Superstar status is not in the cards for you. Well, the past few seasons, the Jazz have become serious playoff contenders.
You know, BA, with high expectations, they haven't reached their goal. Now, this franchise definitely has their sights set on the ultimate prize, their first championship.
Down low. Here's Carey. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest fives in the NBA.
Fades back. And the basket is good.
Boy, you cannot leave him alone like that. Good form on the fadeaway jumper.
The Jazz have gone 4 for 10 in the fourth. Pass to Abaji. Doris, in the NBA, more attention is being paid to mental health more than ever before. And players are taking the lead in raising awareness.
I love that, Brian, because it's such an important issue. Performing between the lines of an NBA floor requires basketball skill, but it requires mental health and strength. And a lot of players, Kevin Love in particular, have been so brave. Credit to the NBA for addressing it and being out front.
Back to Dunn. And he lays it up and in. Dunn's got 24 points.
Listen, this guy's more scorer than pure shooter, but Dunn's been aggressive putting the ball in the basket.
Here's MP. Abaji with a rebound. The Jazz have gotten 6 of 12 shots to go here in this fourth quarter.
2 minutes
Castigate. They puts up a 3. Here's Carey. And the shot goes down.
You're fighting to keep the possession alive, something this guy does so well.
MP way outside. Offensive rebound, Timberwolves. A nice shot by Knight.
What energy on the offensive boards. The defense can't match the effort, and they paid the price.
Stolen by MP. Here's Prince, defended by Dunn. Back to Prince. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got 5 assists tonight.
High activity, challenging the heart of the defense. Taurean Prince is not afraid to mix it up.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Timberwolves.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
BA, it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And this one concludes with their second victory of the year.
And against a familiar opponent, it's nice to establish a psychological advantage with the win in the first game.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Anthony Edwards.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
The Jazz making a switch here. Jones is checked in. Rebuilding a team is as challenging a proposition as ever, especially for smaller franchises, Doris.
I think, BA, certainly those smaller markets face some challenges that larger markets do not. But I would also point to the success of Milwaukee. They had success in their draft. They invested in your talent in terms of player development. So to build a playoff-ready team, there are so many things that must be in place, but you also have to have some luck. Nobody knew how good Giannis or Nikola were going to be.
Pass to Abaji. Here's Carey. Will it go? And the layup is good by Dunn.
Boy, how much do you appreciate Chris Dunn working hard inside to come away with these easy interior buckets?
Here's MP. It's good.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
No question. They've got hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Pass to Abaji. This one for 3. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Here's Alexander Walker. And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke.
What up, Ash? Press?
No. I gotta show you something. Just watch this.
Hey, what's MP stand for anyway? Sounds like a phone to me. Y'all got that MP29? That Nokia joint?
No. I think it stands for mostly pathetic.
No. Major poser.
Missed the point.
Musty pillow.
Oh! Yo, why is that so funny, though?
I think it's because she's an agent. Usually they're not funny. They're just suits. But this agent, she's very funny.
Oh, yeah.
They're supposed to be friends with everybody. You know what I mean? That's kind of their deal.
Right.
That is my deal. I'm either your friend or your worst enemy, and nothing in between.
You still salty Ricky Bennett didn't join your agency, Barbara?
Oh, come on now. I was just trying to help a brother out. It's not my fault that he doesn't understand the rules of the game.
Oh, Shep, I got a serious question for you.
What?
Why can't you be more of a leader like MP?
Come
Why are
on
you gonna
now.
be so gosh darn selfish all the time?
Man, anyone looking up to that bum now? Good luck leading a team when you buried on the bench.
That's good. But you know who I really feel sorry for? Like, honestly? His girl. All these NBA
Right.
players. She stuck with that clown? I mean, realistically, man, he probably got a whole closet full of cardigans and pleated khakis, right?
She'll figure it out. Speaking of, yo, Mila, your boy's single. Hit me up if you ever want to see what it's like to be with a real man.
Oh, wow. I am not touching that one.
Yo, this episode is gonna do numbers, bro.
Was there ever any doubt?
Hey, Shep, any final words you want to say to MP? Before the camera dies, because we're making this fire content right now. Come on.
Yeah, for sure. I just want to say, your game's trash. Your agent's trash. Your girl's trash. And you're trash. Did I forget anything?
Girl, agent. I think you got that covered, buddy.
And the next time I see you, I'm going to tell you that to your face. Other than that, just wishing you many blessings, brother.
You know what? That's real classy.
Why would he even mention me?
Because he's Shep. Does he need a reason?
Yeah, no, he does not. Clown.
Look, this means nothing. It's just some loudmouth being a loudmouth. But
Why? Check. Set ripper, neighborhood superstar. Corner slipped up, while we dispose of. Hot boys, but this and flipper.
Ash, not one chair?
I don't do chairs.
So what about your guests? We all just gonna stand, stare at you?
Guests? No. Did you come in here to drag me from my office decor, or do you want to prep for Top Takes Daily?
Let's prep.
Great. All right.
Yeah.
So obviously what Shep said was beyond the pale, but you've already been memed to death on social media, so it's not like it's going anywhere.
You know what, Ash, the more and more I
soon.
think about Shep right now, the angrier I'm getting. So I'd rather not talk about this.
Okay, be that as it may, you will have to talk about it, and
Mila?
you can't
You spoke about Mila on
lose your
TV?
cool on national television.
I don't care about TV. That is not cool.
I'm sorry. Do you think that this is a prestige TV show? They're going to ask you about it. You're going to talk about it, and you're going to get your emotions in check. Do you understand?
That was not acceptable.
Sure. Tell that to him when you see him in person.
Oh, I will.
But when you talk about it on TV, because believe me, you will have to talk about it on TV, you need to keep an even keel. You can say that the comment was unacceptable. You can even call him trash if you want.
But
I
isn't
don't
that
care.
basically losing my cool again?
Not if it's true. Okay? The main...
What you got there, Ashley? Huh?
Bunch of hopefuls.
Okay.
Trying to ride your coattails.
Feeling,
And here he is.
MP, my name is Jocelyn Davies, executive producer for Top Takes Daily. So nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you as well.
As I was telling Jocelyn earlier, we are open to any discussion involving one Shep Owens, but we do expect those questions to be respectful. And if you wish to move on quickly from any given question, we expect that desire to be honored.
And as I was just explaining to Ms. St. Germain, this is a reputable program on $1 billion network. We take procedures and standards very seriously and will, of course, treat MP
No
with
snacks in the dressing room.
Everyone, I'd like to introduce MP.
Hey, how's it going? Sam Woods. Big fan. Nice to meet you.
Thanks, man.
Of course, you know JJ
My guy. Good to see you.
and Kendrick.
Hey, what's going on, superstar?
Awkward. All right, you're going to sit right here adjacent to me. Thanks.
All right, places, everyone.
All right, everybody. We're going live. Thanks for coming on the show. Here we go.
Anytime.
Just follow my video. 4, 3. And welcome back to Top Takes Daily. And for our next segment, we are joined live in studio by the guy everybody is talking about, our very special guest, MP. Welcome to the program.
My man, thank you guys for having me on.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. Now, I know this might be a sensitive subject, but I just want to get right into it. We all saw what happened on draft night.
Yeah.
But we haven't heard your side of the story. So I'm wondering, how does it feel to be on the
That just comes with the territory, you know? Like, we make a lot of money, and it's all because of those passionate fans out there. Night in and night out, coming into the games and showing their support. It's because of them, you know what I'm saying? And yes, the fans are free to express their feelings however way they want, but it don't matter to me.
I mean, are we serious right now? Listen, MP, with all due respect, do you expect us to believe that? If I'm my own so-called fans were booing me, that wouldn't sit right with me at all.
Yo, Kendrick, my man, it doesn't bother me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know in the long run, people will come around and, see what I'm all about. You know, and that's just giving everything that I got to this game. You know, not only to the team, but to this city, man. You know, it's my job. Proving my worth to these fans is my job. You know, so I know right now they may be booing, but soon enough they're going to be cheering for me.
MP, let's stay with the draft for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
A big part of the reaction to your selection was the fact that Shep Owens, your biggest rival, was still on the draft board.
That's right. I mean, look, Shep would be a great track and field player. I mean, all you got to do is run fast, jump high, and you get a medal. You feel me what I'm saying?
Okay.
I mean, but if you want to be the best hoop in the world, you got to shoot, you got to defend, you got to, you know, you got to think at a high level, and Shep does not do that.
Oh, shots fired.
It's the truth.
Perk, you know I've been in MP's corner the whole time.
Somewhat.
You don't think, come on now.
Come on, man.
You don't think Shep can learn those things?
JJ, man, you know, honestly, I really don't. I really don't, man. I've been working on my craft for years, for decades at that. You know, and my results speak for themselves in both wins and losses. I mean, what has Shep done so far? Other than filming his little reality TV show and going around shopping for chains, he ain't done nothing.
It's a good show.
Come on, man.
It's more entertaining than his game.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm a student of the game. I've watched plenty of tape on this guy, and he just doesn't think on a high level, and he doesn't make game-winning plays. Simply put, not like I do at least. You know, you can dunk from the free throw line, you can win the dunk trophy, whatever, but those guys winning that dunk trophy aren't the same guys winning a Larry O'Brien at the end of the season. And that's just facts.
MP, you know we keep it real on here. I got to ask you, man to man, how do you respond to Shep Owens calling you out on his reality show?
Oh, wow.
This dude took shots at you. He took shots at your family. He even took shots at your girl. What do you say to something like that?
Yo, honestly, that's just who he is. He's a trash human being who has no class. That's all I'm going to say.
We got real beef. Let's make some hamburgers. Tell him how you really feel, young blood.
Am I wrong? Doing what he did, he should be embarrassed, but he's not because he has no self-awareness to know when he's gone too far. Like, that was too far.
Yeah.
I mean, like, fam, you could debate who won the world words, but you're not going to debate this big fat L that I'm about to give him for the whole world to see. And I'm going to make sure next time I see him, he going to know. He going to know what's up.
MP,
what?
You may not be an explosive leaper, but those some explosive words. I respect the confidence, if nothing else.
Sure, whatever.
Well, this has been unforgettable, and I'd love to continue this conversation, but unfortunately, we are out of time. MP, thank you for joining us.
Wait, so that's it?
It's been a real pleasure. Yeah, and then we got to wrap things up, but you have been a tremendous sport, and we really appreciate you answering the tough questions. We wish you all the best, you and your family and your girl. Coming up next, we talk early season contenders and pretenders, but first, this commercial break.
To see, what does it mean to you to see so many women in the NBA2K community?
It means a lot, especially being a woman myself and being in a male-dominated community. I appreciate and support every woman out.
A lot of focus on the guard matchup tonight, Greg. Both these teams rely on their backcourts to lead the way for them.
And if anything, it should make for an entertaining basketball game. And it becomes a little bit of a chess match when it's a backcourt duel. Those are always fun.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Conley in at the one spot.
Kind of a ticky-tack foul there, but you have to be a...
Substitution deciding to change it up. inside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Pokusevski. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And Greg Anthony for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Part of a growing trend in this NBA, giving his team length in the backcourt.
Yeah, 6'6" with a 6'11" wingspan. He can see over the top of the defense. He helps you on the glass, and he can switch onto front court players defensively. That's what teams are looking for nowadays.
Taurean Prince, he's checked in for Minnesota. MP dishes to Anderson. Pass to Noel. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Anderson has great vision as a point forward. Exceptional court awareness.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Last time they met was in Minnesota.
Yeah, they cruised to a win in these teams' last encounter, and their field goal percentage was off the charts. And the story here, Kevin, early on, is how well they've shot the basketball.
There's the pass to Williams. It's a nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Sharge outside. Out to the right wing. To the paint. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And SGA up there getting that flush to go.
Minnesota leading by 7. Passes it to Reed. Now, here's MP. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Utah.
By his passing another high point in that game, he made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Nuggets in Denver.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back, let him try to find his range.
Noel passes to MP, shakes him, and that one drops for him. And now it's an 11-point Timberwolves lead.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Williams looking over the floor. Joe, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Pass to Reed. It's stolen by Sharks. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Williams with the ball. Guarded now by Prince. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Reed gets the bucket.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. You know who that was.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander after the basket by Minnesota.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game. And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And it's finishes like that which have helped them build this lead here in the first half.
And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. Takes the 3. That doesn't go either for Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
And the basket by MP. On draft night, many people wondered where MP might land. But, Greg, you think he was worthy of that 18th pick?
Well, I was a little surprised to see him go in the first round. But clearly his team believed in him. And the leadership and intangibles he brings are really hard to.
A chance here to get a quick injury report.
Guys, I had a moment to catch up with the Thunder's head athletic trainer. He's said to be experiencing a lot of discomfort, but overall it looks like it is just a bruised bicep. And they count on him to provide in all ways. Now that he's out, they're in a precarious situation. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Hopefully everything works out for him. The Thunder with another miss.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
And there's the whistle, 3-second violation. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
Thunder trailing by 13.
And this Thunder team in desperate need of a vet. Someone on their way out that can still be productive and provide some leadership for the young guys. Gives the team such a great element, having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
So now, how does Oklahoma City, Greg, get back into the mix in the Western Conference?
Kevin, it's going to be tough. Just so much inexperience on the roster right now. Keeping the core here, yeah, but experienced players to fill out that roster. And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Joe. He kicks to Williams. Williams against Anderson. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. And it falls over the rim and in. 9 points for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Shea does a nice job there, just getting in the right spot and becoming an easy target for his teammates.
Here's Anderson. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got 3 assists in the game. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Down low. Joe passes to Šarić. Clock at 6. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Takes a shot at the elbow, and that one, good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 11.
I'd like to see Gilgeous-Alexander continue to get more and more consistent from there.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Thunder Houston.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
And, guys, they've done a great job feeding their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
Well, they've done a great job tonight of getting out in transition, so that focus on fast break will add to your total in a hurry.
We've got Lou Dort, Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Josh Giddey. Then it's Williams. And it's Holmgren in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second. And a great job to get that angle on a tremendous drive.
And that finish sums up the whole game. They have a big lead due to execution on drives just like that.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks a lot, guys. Josh Giddey has been attracting admirers, including LeBron James. King said he's really, really good. He has a great pace about the game, great vision. Josh is one of those kids who can definitely see the game a lot quicker than most guys out on the floor. He's showing it. He's just been playing beautiful basketball. Kevin, that's high praise.
It is both amazing passers. David, thank you. Outside Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Here's Edwards. Banked in off the glass. Edwards got his second bucket of the night.
An agile move off the contact by Edwards, getting to his shot despite the difficult defense.
Giddey, no one around him. Anthony Edwards with the rebound.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
And Edwards with the stop.
Flying high. Anthony Edwards, ladies and gents, cleared for takeoff.
And Gilgeous Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 15-point game. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. Gilgeous Alexander's got 15.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, and the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Looking at the last game for the Minnesota Timberwolves, it was a win against the Jazz.
Yeah, I felt like they attacked, but with a purpose. They knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
Yeah, in talking with the coaching staff, they said in that game they did a great job of not settling. Keep working the ball around, finding the best look. Let's see if they can keep that up.
And the #1 overall pick in 2015, Karl Anthony Towns has been the franchise player in Minnesota, but out to prove he can be the cornerstone on a contender.
Holmgren with the steal. Oh, boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
And Holmgren possesses sky-high potential. His length and versatility making him such an intriguing prospect.
The first free throw is good. Greg, in order for Towns to get the Wolves to where they want to go, and certainly where he wants to go, how does he take the next step?
For me, last season, an inconsistent playoff performance for Cat. He's got to make an imprint on the game, even when shots aren't falling.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Okashevsky's checked in, and so he makes both from the line. Timberwolves leading by 13. Conley, the pass to Alexander Walker. Now here's Edwards. Gobert trying to get open. Edwards, that's good. Edwards got 7 points here in this quarter.
And this is big for Edwards' confidence, wanting to keep hitting from downtown and stretching that defense.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. And while it's still very early in the season, the top teams, Greg, have already started to distinguish themselves across the NBA.
Getting off to a hot start, always a good sign. But don't sleep on the teams that are still getting locked in. A lot can change in the coming months.
Minnesota making a switch here. McDaniels checked in. Minnesota on D. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game.